Welcome back to Mission Matters Live. I am Megan Mio, Director of the Global Mission Office, and I'm here with Ann Romberg, Megan Kennedy Farrell, and Dr. Enrique Villarreque, all representing Solidarity Bridge. In a spirit of solidarity, this Evanston-based medical mission organization partners with communities in Bolivia and Paraguay to increase access to safe, affordable surgery and other essential health care. In our last conversation, we learned a little bit more about each of you and your own history and your roles. We got a glimpse, too, of these past 25 years. There's too much even for us even to discuss about everything. This 25 years of mission and healing and partnership, relationships, which we discussed is so important with this work of solidarity. Now, I'd like us to talk a little bit about this 25th anniversary celebration, because there's a lot going on, and a lot has already been going on. So I wonder if, Anne, you could tell us a little bit more about how you've been talking about this celebration. You've already been celebrating it, and you will continue. So please tell us.
It's such an exciting time for the organization, certainly, and for the last over a year, we've been planning for the year. Mm-hmm. We kicked off the formal celebration at our spring gala, and we honored Dr. Villarreque as a founding partner, and also the Archdiocese of Chicago as a founding partner. Mm-hmm. We also honored Father Bob Oldershaw with the Lifetime Achievement Award, and that was really a fantastic formal outward celebration of the whole year. From there, we had a special mailing this summer. We have a 25th anniversary magazine that became really a way to tell the past 25-year story and invite our community of supporters to really help us toward our next 25 years. Finally, we have an upcoming fantastic birthday week coming up. In just 2 weeks from now, we will celebrate with the entire Chicago community a celebration mass. And we have a reception planned after that. And really, it's a time to just give thanks to God for all that has been through these last 25 years. And again, to really kind of form our way forward through this celebration moment.
I also saw on the website, of course, there's lots of information about the anniversary. There's a beautiful video, a little mini kind of edited video with clips of folks in Bolivia and Paraguay and yourself here and partners, people speaking about the impact. It's beautiful.
Yeah, we are always just very connected to our community through video. There's nothing more, impactful than to see the images from Bolivia and Paraguay. By the way, we started in Paraguay more recently, just over the last 10 years, and are focused on neurosurgery only due to our own constraints. But yeah, we love our video mediums to really bring it to life.
Well, it's wonderful. It's telling a human story. You really hear about families that their lives have just been changed thanks to this partnership and these connections. So wonderful. So now I feel like maybe we can talk about, 25 years, we were talking about numbers, like this many patients, this many trips, but it also has, I think, a deep impact on each of us, on each of you. So I wonder, Dr. Enrique, you could speak about what this anniversary celebration means to you personally.
Yes. It's been like a dream come true to me. Because the fact that when I started volunteering in other organizations, and as I mentioned before in the first part, that I participated with the Christian Medical Society in 2 of them, I felt kind of envious because this was a large organization at a national level that provided missions all over the world pretty much. And I thought myself, we Catholics are comparable number-wise to evangelicals in the United States. Why couldn't we do something similar to that? And that was my dream come true, because even though we may not be at a national level, but we have grown so much in Illinois that we are in a way comparable, I would say, to what the Christian Medical Society has done in the past or has been doing it. So that was my personal satisfaction. I have a feeling of fulfillment, and God has blessed us, doing what we're doing.
Yeah, we're as Anne had said earlier, lay people engaged in the mission, truly actively engaged and discovering, things that we couldn't have even known would come out of these relationships and these ongoing, and the network, possibilities, the ripple effect, if you will, of how once you get people engaged in it, the possibilities are endless. I wonder if Megan and then Anne would also say a word about what this means to you personally.
Yeah, I think, when I think about 25 years, that's a significant amount of time. I think if Juan Lorenzo, Hosa were here, when he was asked to reflect on the kind of early idea of this, one of the things he said was, I didn't know. I didn't know if this would continue. I think the longevity of it says something about the sustainable rootedness of this work. And so for me personally, that's something that's really significant. I think had we been an organization that, kind of flew in and did some things and flew out, I'm not sure if we would have lasted 25 years or have the vision for what is to come. I think our rootedness, our partnership with our sister organization and all the partnerships that they have created, the idea that we're, really committed to being a part of the, building a local sustainable medical workforce. We really believe that no one should have to wait for a plane to land from thousands of miles away to get the care they need. They ought to be able to receive it in their own communities. And to recognize the, miraculous spirit-filledness of this work that we can't really explain or put a finger on either. So I think for me, I certainly have only been a part of the last third maybe of these 25 years, but that rootedness, that sustained rootedness is what is really meaningful for me. And the idea that, not to jump ahead, but we're toward the very end of drafting a 5-year strategic plan jointly with our sister organization. That really says something about how we are, this kind of solidarity idea. It's not just an idea, it really is what we are about, who we are, but also how we do this work. And so I feel really, for me, it's the relationships with our partners and those sustained relationships and the really honest conversations we can have as we vision and think about what do we in this part of the world have to bring to the conversation, and what do they in their local context have to bring to the conversation, and how in those, in those really honest relational ways can we vision what could be for these, our brothers and sisters who are in need health-wise, and us who are in need, in our spirits and souls as well.
Absolutely wonderful. Anne, your thoughts?
I feel so honored to be in a leadership role with Solidarity Bridge, in as much as my ability to connect with both community of donors, financial supporters, also our community of medical doctors, and our organizational partners, and just the feeling of it's so heart-filling to be connected to people who have a unified vision for solidarity and justice, and really those core principles of Catholic social teaching. So my being you might say a bridge to others who are of equal commitment is so meaningful for me. And I guess I would say finally that my own faith journey has been so enriched and edified by this whole story of Solidarity Bridge, and that ultimately is what I hope is happening to all who are connected to our work, that we're all on a path toward holiness and wholeness, and where this Solidarity Bridge story can fit into one's personal story is just, it's beautiful. It really keeps me motivated to continue.
Absolutely, yeah. The work is not over, it continues, right?
Yeah.
My thought is always, too, when it's really the mission, when it really reflects the gospel, everybody can feel it. You just know it. And people want to be part of it, because it is about solidarity, and it's about love and community and all these things that everybody wants, no matter where you're from, no matter your context. So we can see that must be strong to have lasted this long for 25 years. and going into the future. Now, the 25th anniversary celebration is coming up. There's a special celebration you mentioned, Anne, on October 20th, which is also World Mission Sunday. And I know that you're going to have a special Mass at Holy Name Cathedral. And I wonder, Megan, would you tell us a little bit more about that?
Sure. Bishop Casey, who is a member of our board, can celebrate the Sunday Mass with Father Greg, who is at Holy Name Cathedral, and who was our neighbor in Evanston when he was the pastor at St. Mary's Parish, and so has been a deep friend to Solidarity Bridge for a long time. Bishop Casey, of course, who is on our board. They will can celebrate Mass on Sunday, October 20th at 10:30 at Holy Name Cathedral, and will give thanks for these 25 years and also pray for the work that lies ahead. So we invite all listeners who are local to come and join us and be present for Mass. We'll have a birthday celebration reception will follow. You can learn more, meet some of our community. But Holy Name also live streams their Mass. So if listeners are outside of the area, you can go to their website and follow along on their live stream.
Wonderful. Well, this is just another great kind of connection back to what you had shared earlier about the history, and the original founding was about lay people actively engaged in this mission, and particularly the Archdiocese of Chicago, so it makes perfect sense to have this celebration at the cathedral, representing kind of all of our parishes. And I know you're inviting folks from all these communities that have supported Solidarity Bridge to attend and be part of it in some way. So it's a great way to celebrate in a special way.
Yeah.
It's a perfect, and the timing is
Megan?
perfect.
Dr. Enrique, go ahead.
I want to emphasize something that we haven't said it. And I just want to recognize Juan Lorenzo Hinojosa, the vision that he has had, the skills that he has, and the dedication that he has put for the organization. That has been so important for the growth of the organization. Yeah. I'm a medical doctor and I'm a missionary, but I know nothing about administration, relation with other peoples, or vision for an organization. So that's a very important factor, and we have to recognize that thanks to him too, is what the organization has grown.
Thank you. And he's a lay person himself, right?
Yes,
Juan?
yes,
And
and
theologian.
that's an important shout out, Enrique, that you made. Juan Lorenzo Hinojosa is the founder. Enrique, you have certainly been an important, very important founding partner, and the really commitment of different staff members over the years are part of the story. But there would be no story if it weren't for that founder and his founding vision.
Yeah. And you need different skills. A lot of people think that to be a missionary, you have to be a theologian, or you have to be a priest or a nun, or have that kind of experience. But the fact is, we need all the skills, we need all the gifts for global mission, for mission wherever, not just outside the United States, for the work of the church. So that's wonderful.
Maybe a short segue on that, and not to get too complicated. But Solidarity Bridge is technically a work of the Solidarity Lay Association, which has formal ties to the Archdiocese. We have a website, and on that website, there is a paper that talks about the mission of the laity. And so if folks are interested in that, I think that really is an area of our work that we could even continue to explore more. What does it mean to be lay people on mission? What does it mean to be medical doctors or parents, or folks caring for elderly parents and doing this work of medical mission? And so there's a little bit of, I think it's sla-als.com.org. Sorry. If you go to the Solidarity Bridge website, you can get to the Solidarity Lay Association website. But there is a little bit of a reflection on the mission of the laity there.
Yeah, there's more to reflect on that. It's growing. As a church, we're expanding an understanding of everybody's role. Maybe not everybody can travel, but you can, put something toward it in some way. And anyway, Solidarity Bridge is one great way. Their website is solidaritybridge.org for sure.
Yes.
So you go there and you can find out about many things. And we're going to talk more about that in our third segment, our third part. It's time for another pause, but we invite you to come back for part 3 of our conversation about Solidarity Bridge as we celebrate 25 years of transformative solidarity. Come back to learn how you can learn more and get involved in this amazing mission.